Good morning. Myself Harini from the Department of Agriculture Engineering. Today we are going to discuss about food related nutritional disorder and energy calculation. So first of all, disorder is nothing but it is an abnormal condition that affect the body's proper functioning. Sometimes it have specific signs, sometimes it may not have specific symptoms. So it is caused due to different factors, like it may be physical factor, environmental factor. It is due to mental, like stress factors. It comes from genetic factors and some functional disorders. So this is the definition of disorders. There are different types of disorders. For example, it is caused due to the classification may be classified based on the lifestyle and factors. So type 1 disorder is caused due to lifestyle and stress related. So nowadays people of different age groups, countries are affected by lifestyle diseases, and premature death is increasing day by day, which is before attaining the age of death. 17 millions of deaths are occurring, premature deaths, and non-communicable diseases like uh, are also caused due to unhealthy diets, physical inactivity, and high exposure to alcohol and tobacco. So these diseases are caused due to global urbanization, from shifting to rural areas to urban areas, changing from healthy lifestyle to unhealthy lifestyle, population aging, unhealthy diets, and major thing is lack of physical activity and mental stress, which also aids in blood pressure. It leads to cardiovascular diseases. These factors, these risk factors can lead to cardiovascular diseases. It leads to premature deaths. So, stress related. So, first of all, stress can be defined as any type of change that occurs in our body. It is due to physical factor, emotional factor. So, not all the types of stress are harmful. There are two types of stresses. One is acute stress and one is chronic stress. So, acute is nothing but very short term stress. Chronic is nothing but it cannot be a never ending and inescapable. So, between acute and chronic stress. So, acute stress is nothing but the stress which occurs uh, at very short term and ends at when the situation overs. But compared to chronic, it continues for hours, days, years. We couldn't get from that stress. So, for example, for acute stresses, if a teacher told the students to give a speech suddenly, a new challenge, it is a acute stress. It ends after the situation ends. But chronic stress is, it continues for hours. Uh, there is a constant worry about the stress. So acute stress gives anxiety feelings, but chronic stress gives depression feelings. And acute stress ends at the end of the situation, but it continues for hours and it weaken our immunity. So this is the difference between acute and chronic. So if stress occurs our body, there are some losses and risks occurs in our body. For example, diabetes, hair loss will occur, heart diseases. It leads to hyperthyroidism, some hormonal changes. Due to hormonal changes, there is an uh, la, increase of weight gain, obesity, ulcers. So there is a proverb: prevention is better than cure. So before the stress affects us, we need to manage the stress before. So for that, if we follow few steps, we can reduce the stress. For example, we can exercise regularly. Not only exercise, whatever the thing. For example, swimming, jogging. like that. At least we need to give 20 minutes of workout 3 times a week. Second thing, to avoid conflicts. So conflicts is nothing but unwanted arguments makes stress more. So the best way to avoid conflicts is simply ignore the problem. Third is relax. We need to spend time for ourselves and relax each and every day. Next, eat well. So food is important in for the health, and not only for health and also for mental peace. So eating nutritious diet is very important. Need to avoid processed foods and need to add high amount of fruits and vegetables will reduce the stress. And next thing is sleep. A good sleep is essential for reducing the stress. And next, enjoy our life. So uh, life is one type, so we need to reduce the stress and have some fun and memories to get balance in our life. So next we are going to see about cardiovascular diseases. So cardiovascular diseases affects the cardiovascular parts like heart, arteries, blood vessels. These diseases affect not only one part, it may affect many part of our heart like arteries, blood vessels. Cardiovascular diseases includes heart, blood vessels issues like narrowing of blood vessels, and some people have heart and blood vessel problems by birth, and sometimes heart valves are not working at right. So this is the image of coronary artery disease and narrowing of arteries. In left side you can see the normal artery, normal blood vessel of person. So in right side narrowing of artery you can see the yellow color, uh, the yellow colored portion, that is called liquid deposition of plaque. Plaque is nothing but cholesterol deposition in that blood vessel. So compared to normal arteries, there is some narrowing of arteries in that liquid deposition of plaques. It leads to sometimes rise in high pressure due to the plaque deposition. The blood vessel will block there. It leads to heart attack and heart diseases. So these are all the risk factors which causes cardiovascular disease. High blood pressure, which is called as hypertension, high cholesterol, tobacco use, type 2 diabetes. Some people have family history of heart diseases, and major thing is lack of physical activity, having excess weight gain or obesity. It also leads to cardiovascular diseases. So these are all the risk factors of heart disease. So, what are all the preventive measures to avoid cardiovascular disease? Means we need to consume a healthy diet, need to cut off all unwanted uh, processed foods. Proper sleep is sufficient. Third, we need to exercise regularly or need to give a physical activity to our body. Major thing is need to quit processed junk foods, uh, and then need to manage the stress level, uh, to quit, and also to quit alcohol. If we follow these steps, means we can reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. So second type 1 disorder is hypertension. So this is one of the most common health problem. uh, Around 20 percentage of adults are facing hypertension. So hypertension is nothing but high blood pressure and a combination of high psychological stress. So the pressure can be maintained, uh, can be calculated by systolic pressure and diastolic pressure. So the systolic pressure is less than or greater than or equal to 140 Hg, and diastolic pressure is greater than or equal to 90 mm. So this is the image of high blood pressure. So in right side you can see the healthy person's arteries. So there is no uh, increase of that artery thickness, but in right side, while we get tense, there is a rise in pressure. The blood vessel, the artery gets narrowing, the diameter gets narrowing, so it can reduce the flow of blood vessels. So these are all the causes of hypertension. Sometimes it may, if there is an unfavorable situation, which is called as acute stress, it leads to increasing in high blood pressure. The high amount of hypertension occurs due to lifestyle and dietary factors like inactive food habits and high amount of sodium intake in our diet from processed foods and high consumption of alcohol and tobacco. So these are all the causes of. So these are all the symptoms of hypertension. So high amount of headache will occur. Sometimes there is a shortness of breath, nausea will occur, heart palpitations will be higher, there is a light headiness, and there is a bloody. Sometimes blood will occur in our nose. So if we have hypertension means, if we have these symptoms means, uh, it is a symptom of hypertension. So third disorder is obesity. So obesity is nothing but excess accumulation of body fat, which is greater than 20 percentage of our normal body weight. So obesity is risk high. It is associated with, it causes high risk diseases like diabetes mellitus, which is also called as high sugar, and high plasma triglycerides, which is called as high cholesterol. Next, heart diseases. Sometimes obesity leads to gallstones, arthritis, and gout. It leads to hypercholesteremia, hypertension, cancer. Sometimes it leads to mortality, which is called as death. So obesity can be calculated by, with the help of BMI, which is body mass index. BMI is a measure of our obesity. It correlates with height and body weight and amount of fat of an individual. For the formula for body mass index is weight in kg divided by height in meter squares. There is an image for BMI range from normal weight to obesity class 3. Thank you.